Listen, all you New Yorkers. Excuse me, taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
I have to tell you this again. I think this is just so incredible. Senior U.S. military leaders who opposed or questioned the use of the atom bomb: William Leahy, Barbaras, Eisenhower, Douglas MacArthur, Nimitz, Curtis LeMay, architect of firebombing Tokyo, famously said that Japan would have surrendered in 2 weeks without the bomb or invasion. Think about it. That's striking, given that he led some of the most devastating conventional attacks ever. Hap Arnold, 5-star general, head of the Army Air Force. Oppenheimer, Louis Szilard, James Frank. But the problem was, another reason, and I forgot about this, Truman wanted to end the war fast, but he wanted to end or avoid Soviet expansion. See, the Yalta Conference had already set the stage for the Soviet entry into the war against Japan. And the U.S. knew that Soviet Union was about to invade Manchuria, so they wanted to end the war quickly to limit Soviet influence in Asia and prevent a divided Japan like Germany. So what he said was he didn't want the Russians coming in there, so let's stop this now. I mean, it blows my mind. And remember, at the end, they couldn't stand Truman. Hated him. Remember, Truman and his wife, Bess, drove back. Because there was a time when she and Margaret left or something, but they drove back in his car. And he drove like a maniac. And all he had was his World War I pension and a few bucks. Went back to independence. You know that he would sometimes answer the phone at the White House? I mean, this guy. It was a different world then. And the thing is that history is not there. Remember, history would be a wonderful thing if only it were true. Our version of it. The reality is a different story. Mike, you're going to be the last call this evening, my friend, or this morning, whatever this is.
Thank you. Thank you, Lionel.
Yes, sir.
I always said that the president should be somebody with a military experience. And I know Truman had military experience.
Well, he was in World War One. He was.
What's the big deal?
But I don't think that's necessary. I'm sorry. I don't think that's necessary.
I don't know. I tell you, like you said, if you've been in the battle, if you've been there, you think a little bit different about getting back into it. It's like everybody was afraid of Russia in the 60s, 50s, and 60s. Want to know something? Russia didn't want to start no war with us because they had war.
But Mark,
they had war at their door.
Mike, you've got people right now in the Pentagon who are chomping at the bit. Remember, if you're a hammer, everything looks like a nail. So that's a wonderful thing. There are people who they want to go to war. Do you know how much money you make in war? When you just sign off and say, let's go, to turn on a battle, just an aircraft carrier, just to turn it on. It's just, oh my God, the munitions. And I also got to tell you something too. War is a racket. Smedley Butler said that. We don't learn. Remember, have you ever been, when you go to a surgeon, I know this sounds weird. Surgeons, whenever you go to them, it's so funny. They can say, you know what, I can fix that. Through surgery? Yes. Now, I'm not trying to poo-poo it. Listen, sometimes war is necessary. You always have to be able to threaten. You have to be able to say, listen, we can do this. But I guess the question I'm having is, you know what's going on in the world today. You know what's going on. And the question that I have is simply this. I have a very simple rule. If I'm your president, when I say America first, America only, they've got to threaten me. They've got to threaten you. Not theoretically. When I talk about communism, we don't want communism is there. That communism doesn't bother me. I'm not going to start a war because of that. Fascism, communism, liberalism, anarcho-syndicalism. No. You want me to go to war with that? You want me to start a war because of communism? Come on. There's other ways to do it. War is this thing. Again, it's amputation. It's this last result. And what happens is sometimes somebody along the way came up with this idea. Oh, and let me tell you right now, before I forget, two people who would have been number one, who would have been furious with you had you shown this propensity and this penchant, this penchant for war. And that's Reagan. He knew he couldn't stand it. Remember in Lebanon, the Marine base, what did we do? Got the hell out of there. He didn't start bombing anybody. He said, let's get out of here. This is a waste of time. It sounds good. Who was it who said the rules of war all end when the first shot is fired or something along those lines? It's an incredible story. Listen, learn your history. Go back, read, listen, but also, and this is what people don't want, read our history from the viewpoint of other countries to get a different balance, to see what the world thinks about us. Not that they're necessarily right, but to get just a balance. That's all it is.